Welcome from the home of the Mets, Citi Field in Queens, New York. We've got Father's Day baseball. It's the Tampa Bay Rays going up against the New York Mets. First pitch coming your way next. So, almost ready to get underway and getting the call here, Griffin Canning. And Singy, we were talking earlier about how he's doing a great job navigating through tough spots.
I've just been so impressed with when it seems like there's more pressure, he's more calm and settles in. He's done an incredible job with runners in scoring position. Most guys, they get a little tight, they start to aim the baseball, but for some reason, he gets looser, the ball comes out of his hand with more life, and he's able to wiggle off the hook of tough situations and get his team back in the dugout.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Swings and misses. Struck him out. And now it's Brandon Lowe. One down, base is empty. Next pitch in for a strike. Now 1-2. Swing and he breaks his bat. Mauricio makes the grab. 2 down. 2 down, base is empty. Yandy Diaz next to hit for the Rays. 2 outs, base is empty. Yeah, big swing and a miss. And there's a ball. Comebacker to the mound. Over to first. Rays retired in order. Back here in Queens. And on the mound today, Shane Baz.
Well, you can see his whip is a little above the league average. Not bad, but I think in this one, he's going to need to control that a little bit better. Try to limit hitters from getting on base. Stay in that windup instead of the stretch. And when he does allow base runners, be able to throw a pitch, he's going to get a swing and miss, get out of the inning so that a base hit doesn't do more damage and put his team behind the 8 ball.
That's off the inside corner. Now 2 balls and a strike. Into center and a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
Here's Brandon Nimmo.
1 strike.
Runner at first with no outs here. Yeah, that's fouled off. Now move to first. Lindor back in there. On the ground left side. 6, 4.
He's out.
3, but it's not in time, and they just get 1. Juan Soto now.
Batting third.
I thought this was a fun note on Soto. In 2023, he hit home runs in Mexico, Canada, and the U.S.
That one is absolutely belted. And it's a one-hopper off the wall. Should be extra bases. Coming home, the relay throw. He's safe, and it's 1-0.
Picks himself up at RBI. Anytime you can drive the ball into the gap the other way, it feels so good. And that's when you know you're right where you need to be at the plate. It's even better when it gets you extra bases. Gotta love looking in at your dugout and seeing your teammates fired
3
up.
balls, 1 strike.
a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. That'll fire up the dugout. His 18th home run of the season. It's 3-0. One out, base is empty. And next for the Mets, Jeff McNeil. The 1-1 is fouled off. Still only one out here in the inning. Hard hit left side. Throws to first in time. Starling Marte up to hit.
Right fielder, Starling Marte.
Well, lots of pitches thrown in this first inning. It's kind of that nightmare scenario for starting pitching. But you know what? It's still early enough. He can settle in. He can get some length if he just cleans up his mechanics a little bit.
That one missed.
Well, they're really running up the pitch count in this first inning. Lots of confidence from this team that is perhaps the hottest in baseball right now.
That one down the line, and foul ball.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his back down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the at-bat alive.
Just off the outside part of the plate.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
And a swing and a miss. And that's that. Top of the second, and here's the first baseman, Jonathan Aranda. And it's fouled away. Center field. McNeil settles underneath it. And there's one down. And stepping in for the Rays, Junior Caminero. He set a new career high in home runs this year. And Siggy, he's just trying to set the bar as high as possible now. One down, base is empty. And a foul ball. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Got him swinging. Jake Mangum next to him for the Rays.
Jake Mangum.
And that's off the inside edge. 3 balls and a strike. Swing and a liner, base hit out into right center field. Around first and hustling for second. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
Showed some really nice patience in that at bat. Worked himself into a good count. Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise he put a great swing on it.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that'll do it. Back here at Citi Field, bottom of the second, and stepping in for New York, Brett Beatty. Saying he wasn't very sharp in the first, got hit around a little bit, just wasn't able to locate particularly well. A lot of stuff at the fat part of the plate.
Yeah, Boog, he wasn't fooling anyone. It's a tough place to be because it's not always obvious what adjustments need to be made. Sometimes it's location, sometimes it's being too predictable. Sometimes you're tipping your pitches. He's going to need to figure it out quickly, though.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. Ground ball up the middle, and that chance handled. The throw to first, and quickly one away in the second. Luis Torrens up now for the Mets.
Luis Torrens.
Next pitch way upstairs. That one the other way. Loud. Fires over to first. Already 2 out here in the home half of inning number 2. 2 outs, base is empty. Now at the plate, Ronnie Mauricio. Ball to strike. Ground ball left side. Throws across the diamond. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. And we're back. Here's the center fielder, Cameron Meisner.
Cameron Meisner.
Next offering is in for a strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Goes down looking. Taylor Walls next to hit for the Rays.
Shortstop Taylor
1 down,
Walls.
base is empty. Swing and a miss. And the count
1 ball,
1-2.
2 strikes.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. So the Rays batting order turns over. And now the right fielder, Josh Lowe. And a swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And they'll do it again. And that one off the outside edge. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Next pitch is downstairs.
He missed the zone, but I don't think he missed his spot. That was a good pitch with 2 strikes.
Make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now up to hit Francisco Lindor.
Francisco Lindor.
Hit pretty well in the air out to center. Meisner under this one. Makes the catch, and there's 1 gone. Brandon Nimmo will hit next.
Left fielder, Brandon Nimmo.
And that one is lifted in the air. He's got it, and there's 2 away. 2 down, base is empty. Next to hit, Juan Soto.
Juan Soto.
Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. There's a strike at the knees. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep, because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. 2 down, nobody on. Ripped on the ground to second. Lau sends it to first. They get the out on Soto. That's the inning. As we go to the top of the 4th, Lau at the plate.
Brandon Lau.
That one pushed foul, out of play off to the left. Another one. That's 5 straight strikeouts. Yandy Diaz now.
Designated hitter, Yandy
It feels like we might be headed towards a rain delay if the weather doesn't ease up, Chris.
Yeah, the umpiring crew are going to pay attention to how the weather is impacting this game. And the moment it becomes dangerous, I think, is the moment we'll be forced to take a break.
Lindor on to first. Two quick outs here in the top of the fourth.
First baseman, Jonathan
2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4.
Ball upstairs.
Dives, but it kicks off his glove. Still able to get it there in time. And they do get the out. Bottom of the fourth, and stepping in for New York, Pete Alonso.
First baseman, Pete Alonso.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. And that's outside. Next offering misses down and away. Swing and a ball lifted in the air right field. He just missed it. Low brings it in with a nice running grab. And now here's Jeff McNeil.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
1 out, bases empty. Runs it up to 96 to record the punch out. Here's Starling Marte.
Now batting, the right fielder, Starling Marte.
Swing and a miss. Looked off balance that time.
Man, he really
ball,
sells the changeup with that arm action.
Swings and misses. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. We go to the top of the fifth. Here's the third baseman, Junior Caminero.
Junior Caminero.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. And they have their first hit since the second inning.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel
Now batting,
any vibration in your hands
Jake
whatsoever.
Mangum.
Such a good feeling. Everyone's trying to elevate the ball in today's game, but if you can hit a ball that hard on the ground, it's gonna.
Out towards right center. That's well struck. And it's off the wall. Rounds third, headed for the plate. Relay throw home. Safe. It's 3-1.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
Matt Theis comes up to hit here. And strike 2.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Runner in scoring position, nobody out. And we're at the top of the fifth. And it skips into dirt. We haven't seen a break in the weather, and the umpires might be forced to make a decision soon.
Yeah, I think so, Boog. I mean, everyone looking and wondering when they're going to stop play. It definitely feels close.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. And stepping in is the speedy Cameron Meisner. Out to short, Lindor. Throw to first in time.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Mangum at second with 2 down. And it is 2-1. Gets a piece, and stays alive.
He was a little out front, but did a good job keeping the hands back long enough to foul that pitch off.
Still 2-2 after the foul ball. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. Battling here as he fouls it away.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
That one
3
almost
balls,
got him.
2 strikes.
Liner, base hit. Mangum around third. He'll score easily. It's an RBI single, and it's a 1-run game.
Nice at bat right there. Not just the result, but also seeing a lot of pitches. Made him really work out there on the mound. You'll often hear the phrase, short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field.
Raised down by a run. Fouls one away, and now 3-2.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Toss to Alonso, and that is that. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Here's the second baseman, Brett Beatty.
Brett Beatty.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. And they have their first base runner since the first inning.
Now batting, the catcher.
So up next for New York, Luis Torrens. Outside with a breaking ball. The 2-1. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Foul ball left side. He'll see another. 2-2 now. And that's outside. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
Well, he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just a little bit of illusion at the end.
And the pitch. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Swing and a miss. Got him to go up the ladder for the K.
Next for the Mets,
Ronnie Mauricio now.
Ronnie Mauricio.
Man at first, one away. Hit on the ground, might be 2. To second, there's 1. Throw to first, but he beat it. Back to the top of the lineup. Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. Check on the runner.
No, he's safe.
Two outs. Check swing, and he went. And it's 1 and 2.
Ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound. We're back, and they make a change to start the 6th. The new pitcher, Reed Garrett.
Still a lot of game left, and this game could go either way. So this is a big opportunity for him to get some important outs and try to help carry this lead into the later innings.
Well, 1-run game. Now up for Tampa Bay, Brandon Lau. Liner, and this could be trouble. Into second base. The tying run is on with a leadoff double.
Well, that was an important at bat in this game, so a great job there stepping up to the challenge. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Man at second. In the dirt, but kept close. No advance. Good job behind the dish. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Now here's the Tampa Bay cleanup hitter, Jonathan Aranda. With the tying run at second, and we're the top half of the 6th. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners with 1 out.
Well, that may end up being an at-bat we go back to later on when this game is over. Pretty tough for the infielders to do anything with that one. He pulled it hard into the outfield, and even when you keep it on the ground, it feels great when you hit a missile like that.
Check swing, but he went too far. It's a ball and 2 strikes. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. Huge strikeout there. So next to the plate for Tampa Bay, Jake Mangum.
Left fielder, Jake Mangum.
Two ball.
In the dirt, blocked. Nothing happening on the bases, though. Corners are occupied with 2 down. Fouled off. He was late. Two on, 2 outs. Good job to fight that one off. Just missed.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitters got to stay focused on the pitch.
Swing and a miss, and that is that. Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Ryan Pepio.
Well, he's been excellent against left-handed hitters this year, and that's his first test. This looks like a good move to the pin in terms of the matchup.
So digging in, Brandon Nimmo.
For the Mets, left fielder, Brandon Nimmo.
Not even close there. 2-1.
Well, these Mets putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. They really made that opposing starter work in this one. Ran his pitch count up, and now they've got an opportunity to continue making things difficult on the bullpen.
That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I'll tell you what, he earned that walk.
Here's Juan Soto.
Juan Soto.
On the ground right side. 4, 6,
Out.
3.
He's
And
out.
they turn the double play. Here's Pete Alonso.
I think 4, 6, 3 double plays like that are way tougher than these guys make it look sometimes, because no matter how you do it, the feed from the second baseman is a tough one. That's where footwork really comes into play. But right there, very well done.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning.
Now pitching. for the
Welcome
New York
back. We're in the
Mets.
7th. We have a new pitcher on the
Number
mound.
55.
Ryan Stanek.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Well,
Leading
one-run
off
game.
for Tampa
And now the
Bay,
catcher for the Rays, Matt
Thaiss.
Thaiss. Looking to get the tying run on base. And it remains 2-2. Lifted in the air, right field. Marte really on his horse for it. Makes the catch for the out. So up next, Cameron Meisner. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game. One down, base is empty. And that one fouled off.
Boog, this guy's definitely a plus runner, but what I love about him is that he goes all out every single time, never takes a break. It's guys like that, even though they don't have the elite speed, the fact that they're consistent with it, they make moves on the base paths. Good two-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. Nice job going the opposite way with it, letting the ball travel and not allowing the barrel to hook around the ball. It's so frustrating when you see it.
Runner on the go. Pitch is high. Throw to second. Tag. Out at second. And that misses. They're down 3-1.
3 balls, 1 strike.
That one fouled off. Trying to hold a 1-run lead here in the top half of inning number 7. And the tying run is on base.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first.
New arm out of the bullpen,
Now
Max
pitching for the
Kranick.
Mets.
He's been so good against
Number
lefties.
32. Max Kranick.
Josh Lowe next to hit for the Rays. Pickoff throw, and he's back in safely.
Typically, the outfield defense will play a little bit deeper just to keep the ball in front, make sure that runner on first doesn't come all the way around to score and tie this ball game up.
Runner, yes,
Here
yes.
comes the pitch. Runner breaks for second. That's in for a strike. Go to second. Out there. And that ends the inning. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Garrett Clevenger.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I think that's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
Jeff McNeil stands
Leading
in.
off for the Mets, center fielder Jeff McNeil.
In there. And so now 1-2. Swings and misses on the fastball up in the zone for the strikeout. Starling
Now
Marte
batting, right
getting ready to
fielder,
hit.
Starling Marte.
Ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike.
That clips the corner.
No, he's really working that inside corner with the cutter. I tell you what, I hated that pitch. So tough to get the barrel to and to keep it fair.
In the air, right field. That gets down for a hit.
Hey, whatever works, right? Doesn't have to be impressive. He clearly didn't catch that one on the big part of the bat. Just kind of muscled it out there. And, you know, on the mound, it can be pretty frustrating for a pitcher, but you just kind of have to expect those to drop in there sometimes.
Line drive, caught.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
That one finds the zone, and the count is 1-2.
2 strikes.
Swings and blasts one deep to left center. And it one-hops the wall. Coming home. And he's out.
On attack. He's
Cut
out.
down, and that ends the inning. Back here in Queens, new inning getting started. Here's the Rays leadoff hitter, Josh Lowe. Swing and a high fly ball. That's out to center. And there's one away. So digging in, Brandon Lowe.
Brandon Lowe.
Holding on to a 1-run lead, and we're in the top of the 8th. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Well, a come and get me fastball right there. He didn't look ready for the velocity. I think it'd be a mistake.
Got him. That's out number 2. At the plate now for the Rays is the DH, Yandy Diaz.
You get to this part of the order. Yeah, there's some pop there, but more likely there's some base hits. So very important to be patient. Let the pitcher walk you, if he will.
Popped up. Baden. He's there. He's got it. And that is that. Back here at Citi Field, and now it's switch hitting third baseman Ronnie Mauricio.
Ronnie Mauricio.
Here's a 1-1. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Makes the grab. 1 up, 1 down. And now it's Frankie Lindor. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. And now 2 balls and a strike.
Yeah, we go beyond just the fielding percentage and what it looks like, but the ability to have a range and close holes that are normally there against an average defender. But this guy is special, and you can see it in his first step quickness. Boog, and the one thing about that is speed never goes in a slump, and defense shouldn't either. Hitting wise, you can struggle, you can lose your mechanics, but the thing that you can do consistently every single game is play great defense if you're talented in that way, and this is what this guy does.
2 outs, base is empty. And next for the Mets, Brandon Nimmo. The 1-1. And that is out of play. Two down, nobody on. That one misses. 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Good eye in that spot.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
Hanging in there pretty good against the lefty.
2 outs. Draws the walk there.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Falling
Ball,
behind
that's out.
2-1. Nimmo, the runner at first with 2 gone. Swing and a miss, and the count is even 2-2.
He got away with one there, but he knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
And down on strikes. That K is his 3rd of the game.
Now pitching for the New York Mets, number 39, Edwin Diaz.
And we're back. And now the first baseman, Jonathan Aranda.
Jonathan Aranda.
Splits the plate. That is strike 2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. And a 1-2 again. And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball. Junior Caminero next to hit for the Rays.
Junior Caminero.
Inside, just missed.
That's a really good take.
Can't glove it cleanly. Still able to fire over, and it's in time. It wasn't the smoothest play you'll see today, but they still get the out. So they're down to their final out. And stepping in for the Rays, Jake Mangum. Next offering is fouled back.
The healthy cut, tough pitch at 98, but a really good pass at the ball.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. Diaz is just 1 strike away.
Ball, that pitch is out.
Fastball is outside. That misses. 3-2 now.
Big pitch coming right here. Last thing he wants to do is put the tying run on base, but he can't groove on either. They're not ready to go home quite yet.
Now batting, catcher.
Runner
Matt
at first with
Theis.
2 away. Matt Theis now at the plate. 1-run game here in the top of the 9th. First offering. Runner goes. There's a ball. Throw to second. Tag. Out. And that's the ball game.
Well, this was a tightly played game. Got a little of everything. Some timely hitting, runs on the board, key pitching and defense in certain spots. Definitely a fun one to watch.
A 3-2 final score in this one. They hang on to win it by a run. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.